So as it turns out, this is Tommy's first Christmas pageant ever. So this is kind of exciting for me because this is a real opportunity for the two of us to bond. I teach theater at school, and so I can use some of those talents and some of that knowledge to work and help out my own son in this first Christmas pageant. So one of the first things I wanted to do was make sure that Tommy was comfortable with his lines, and so we took some time to just kind of sit there and run some lines like I would with any of my own students. And alas, the baby Jesus is here, the Lamb of God, our great joy. Rejoice, for now we will have life everlasting. Make sure that when he went on stage, he wasn't struggling to come up with any of the words. And it doesn't come right away. Memorization takes a little bit of work, and Tommy was persistent, and I was persistent with him. And I think that by the time we were done, I think we were a little bit closer. For the last time, take these lines and learn them.
Daddy!
Another thing that I think is important to emphasize whenever you're doing any sort of performance is diet, and thinking about what are the right foods to eat, and how can you really take care of yourself before you go on stage. You liking that cookie? It tastes good now. You keep eating like that, you're gonna get fat, and nobody likes a fat actor. And he seemed really receptive to that input. The director that the church was using for the pageant she didn't really know what she was doing, and I thought, here's a chance for me to give a little bit back to the community. Okay, cast on stage. All right, I've got a lot of notes, so I need everybody to sit down and be quiet. And I offered up to take over the job. And where's my Mary? Mary, honey, during the birthing scene, I'm just not believing those labor pains right now. So what I want to do is a little exercise with you. Just picture your favorite dollhouse or your favorite big wheel, and then try to imagine pooping that out. That ought to give you a good frame of reference for labor pains. I think she was appreciative. She didn't really say that so much. Also, at the end of the show, right now the line is Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. We're gonna cut out the Merry Christmas part, as we don't want to offend anybody. So many words, but at the same time, I don't think you can argue with the results that I was getting from the cast. That's it. Everybody take 5. Smoke them if you got them. Yes, I make people cry. Okay, I do. I make people cry. The actors mostly. I think that, in order to really get into the role, they've got to hit rock bottom. Okay, and it's sort of my job to bring them there and then back out of it. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Brad Pitt became great by playing with trains?
Yeah! I play train track.
So it's tough. You'll hit real valleys when you work with me, but at the end, you're at the top of the mountain. I think towards the end, some of the talent was getting a little uncomfortable with my directing style. I mean, I come from a bigger city, and so a lot of these things might seem a little intimidating to them at first. I get that. And so I had to be understanding when we got close to the show that they needed me to step back from my directing job and kind of give them their room to work. To be more accurate, they needed me actually in another room from where the pageant was going on itself. In fact, actually, the judge was pretty clear about that. It was 50 yards, and the only room that was far enough away was, I think, downstairs. But they were nice. They gave me a closed circuit television set, so I could watch the pageant from down there. which was nice for me and the officer who was assigned to watch me down there. So that was good.
Hi.
From our family to yours,
Happy
holidays!
Happy holiday.
Good job.
I want to do that again. I didn't really feel it for me that time. Can I just a little bit more oomph? That would be helpful.
You don't need me for this.
I want to
No, honey, you're doing a great job. I